Sorry, we're just last minute trying. We're good.
No worries. Well, on that note, as we started recording, welcome to the Sleevie G Show. I'm your host, or your host. My name is Gomez, and today I truly do have a awesome punk metal band. It's been a long time since we heard a good one. I would like to welcome VSC Violates Community Standards. Guys, how are you tonight?
VSC. Doing great, man. Glad to be here.
I gotta admit, I love the name. Now, how did you guys come up with it is the better question.
How did we come up with it?
We got really drunk one night and voila.
Threw about 1,000 names out there, and I guess that was the one where we all went, yeah, all right, good enough.
That's awesome. Getting drunk is a great thing. Trust me, I just got back from vacation, and right now the one thing I'm missing is drinking. Trust me.
Me too. We're dry here. We're like, oh no.
Yeah, I'm not the only one.
I found a beer.
Yeah, he found a beer.
I found a beer. It's
a little old.
It's a stout. It's a little old, but I'm gonna drink it.
There you go. There's nothing wrong with that. Now, guys, I listened to the songs for the last couple of days to get to know your sound, but I feel like you guys have like this awesome, almost like a Bad Religion sound. You know what I mean? Like you took it to the next level from them. You know what I mean? So like, where are your musical influences from? Besides saying maybe Bad Religion, but again, that's me saying that.
From the drum side, you nailed it. That's Bad Religion's my biggest influence. Then I just play with metal. That's where these two kind of play.
Yeah, I mean, but Bad Religion, all of us grew up listening to Bad Religion. That's one of our main influences, if not our main influence. But I mean, you name the punk band, you name the metal band, we all kind of grew up listening to both. That was the culture here in Southern California, was the extreme sports culture. Skating and surfing and snowboarding, and just all of our friends and our peer group, everyone we knew, kind of listened to punk and metal both. So. Yeah, dude, that's not working.
I can't see.
Rick just set up like a light.
I thought that was a refrigerator light for a second.
More beer. Give me another beer.
I know. I was about to say, guys, can you fly one over to Jersey, please?
Yeah, right.
And that was the next thing, like how you said it, SoCal, Southern California. I mean, I have family who live in San Diego, and one thing I always said, I love going down to visit them when I could. From LA down. I haven't been up LA North, but I'm not also a wine kind of guy. I'm a beer kind of hangout type of guy. But
yeah,
you nailed in the head something when you said extreme sports, skating, all that stuff like the X Games. And I was just saying that when listening to music, I'm like, wow, they would be perfect if Tony Hawk came out with a new video game.
Yeah. You hearing that, Tony? We're on the next Tony Hawk game.
If I'm buying it, and I better get some rights, Tony Hawk, on that one. It was my idea. Everything goes to them. I just want a little percentage.
Right. Just a tiny cut.
But you guys do have that kick-ass sound. I mean, when I look at it and I hear it, it's just truly awesome. Now, explain how. Now we know how the name came through. Like, how did you guys get together?
So it was the end of 2020. Me and Josh had been in a band back in like 2007 together. Mm-hmm. We played guitar in a band together. And neither of us had been in a band for a while. And then we were hanging out like at one of our kids' parties or something. And we were talking, and one thing led to another. We started talking about, because we were sick of the whole COVID bullshit, everything that was going on with that, the masks, the lockdowns, all the fucking authoritarian stuff. So both of us were just over it, and we were like, dude, we should start a fucking punk rock band, man, and just give, put our little tear in the fabric of reality, with our middle fingers, kind of like fuck the system, like a real punk band, because at that point, like all these other punk bands were kind of going along with the program and
picking sides, if you will.
Sides, exactly.
It became more political.
Well, it goes back to the origin of the name. The only way to save the community now is to violate community standards.
And
right.
Now that we got
our motto.
But the thing is, now we know how the name has come evolved now, you know what I mean? Which I actually don't blame you guys, you know what I mean? Like going against what everything we're going against, you know what I mean? That's that's the way to live too. I mean, listen, I'm not a political kind of guy. Do I care for what is going on right now? Not really, because I don't like what we have right now. And
Right.
you know what I mean? Unfortunately, I don't go political at all. I'm not that type of guy, but like you said, fuck the system. Let's just get it on. You know, we gotta defend what we know. And
The clown show's one thing, dude. They've started affecting all our human rights.
yeah,
Now's the time to stand up.
you know what? And
I saw a great quote from Frank Zappa the other day, and it was oh god, I'm probably gonna butcher it. It was like politics is the entertainment division of the military industrial complex, something along those lines.
And that's actually a good thing.
It's a rad quote.
That is actually a really awesome quote, because you just don't know. And that's one thing I love when I hear your music, because it just brings me back to like the early 90s, where really it was starting the punk grunge era. You know what I mean? That's the best way I could say it. You know what I mean? I grew up, I mean, I'm a 79 kid. I grew up with, unfortunately, the hair, you know, I grew up with the hair bands, the glam bands, they called them in the 80s. But then you have the Metallicas, you know, Guns N' Roses, the true, you know, Iron Maiden, the true metal bands that didn't need that crap, you know, not like Poison did. But, you know, but things like that, you know what I mean? You guys are standing up for something now in 2024, because there's not really like a huge industry leader. And for you guys to stand up and say what you got to say, I think is pretty fucking cool.
Thank you, dude. Appreciate that.
Yeah, it was kind of difficult watching some of our idols, you know, as musicians go up there and totally just buy into it and actually perpetuate it at their shows. It was really like a moment of, oh no, what's going on here?
You know? Promote the propaganda.
Yeah. Let's not promote it, but let's fight it. But let's do the right thing, though. You know what I mean? And you guys, as I'll say, punk rock now legends, because you guys are breaking the mold again, you know, like they did in the 90s. You know, you're bringing back what, like you said, what punk rock is about. I mean, I miss that sound, and hearing the way you guys are singing, the way the band plays together, is the coolest thing I've ever heard in a long time.
Oh, thank you, dude. Really appreciate that.
You know,
a lot.
And being straightforward and honest with you, it actually, one of my favorite songs is Bread and Circus, actually, because before you guys came on, I have my Spotify on, and I really wanted to hear a couple of songs before I jumped in with you guys, because I literally had to put the kids to bed, like you said. I have two of them and the wife right now for a little while, so daddy daycare was on full center, so I put my AirPods on and kind of hyped myself up for the show a little bit. And just the sound, the way you guys sing, the videos you guys have put out on YouTube, it's truly going back to what the roots were. Like, how do you guys are coming up with, is now when you guys do a song, is it everyone's collaboration, or is it someone who's specifically writing? And like, you know, how does that all go with you guys?
It varies from song to song, but typically, you know, one of us will bring in the riffs and then start to arrange it with Chris, you know, and we'll come up with a rough arrangement. And then at that point, I'll start just kind of scatting vocal stuff, you know, just melodies and patterns and stuff. And then we just kind of hone it from there, right? And then I'll eventually, you know, I'll get the vocal parts down to how I like them, the melodies and everything.
Right.
And then I'll start putting lyrics to it.
And then finally, like, add in the harmonies, the extra vocal parts, and add in the extra bits,
all the woes and
whoa-woes,
whoa-woes, and I was just about to say the whoa-woes too.
Yeah,
I mean, and that's the thing. Like I said, I could actually picture your songs. Like I said, in the next Tony Hawk game, but it would have been awesome if you were in the new Grand Theft Auto video game. That would have been awesome, because I gotta say, two of your songs, The Last Goodbye and Bread and Circus, should be in that video game. You know what I mean? And that's my opinion, because I can see myself driving the car and trying to hit somebody off or kill somebody in a video game and hearing that music go, instead of like Hole & Notes from like the old Vice City games.
Oh yeah.
So
I used to love that game.
So do I. I'm still a video gamer.
Oh yeah.
I'm 45. I'm turning 45 this year, and I'm still a gamer to heart, man. I still play my video games.
Yeah.
All right, question: PS5 or Xbox, guys?
Xbox.
PS5.
Okay. Oh god, you know what's funny? I still have my Game Boy, and I love the. You know what? I love that. That's the best call right there. PS5. I actually got the PS5 the year it came out during Christmas. I got it 2 days after Christmas, but I did get it without a fucking bot. You know, the propaganda of the people who want to overpay for the price for this stuff.
It took me about a year to get mine, I think.
It took me 2 days, 3 days from Walmart. God bless the retards.
Wow.
That's all I can say on that one. Now, you guys have done some awesome shows around Cali. Are you guys expanding to go tour bigger or around the U.S. a little bit this year?
Possibly. We would love to. We would love to do a tour. Even just, I mean, we've got plans for like a small West Coast little 3-day run.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to be in Bullhead City in Arizona, and then Vegas, and do a little run out there. We'd love to start maybe with the West Coast, do Colorado and Utah and kind of the Southwest tour, right. And then maybe go up California. We'd love to do that. And then eventually, start expanding and doing more of the United States. That'd be rad. We would love to, but
dude, if you ever come out to the East Coast of Jersey or New York, I'll definitely be at that show, man.
Oh, hell yeah.
100%.
I mean, we're still growing into our shoes. Like the plan, this was initially our bowling league. Like we weren't really planning on all the rest of it. So,
it's funny. Evolving. It's the same thing with me. I started a year and a half ago. So for me, I accomplished 1,000 downloads July 4th.
Nice.
Over 100 YouTube subscribers. I'm about 2 shy. I'm almost close to 1,000 Instagram followers. You know what I mean? So if you think the path that I took, I had no connections when I started. No one helped me out.
Yeah.
I've been knocking down doors, and I've been lucky and blessed to have met some great people like Raquel. First of all, she, we got to thank her for introducing me to you guys, without a doubt.
Yeah, she's awesome.
She is awesome. I just had one of her other guys on the show just last night. I just recorded with him too. I've been a recording fiend lately. Even after vacation, I was already recording. Actually, I think you're the 4th guys from the West Coast in 2 days. Okay. So I've been rocking out California. I'm like, damn, I should be in Cali, and I'm in New Jersey. I give anything to be out on the West Coast. Sometimes I miss it out there. But East Coast.
So you grew up out here?
No, I actually have family out there in San Diego.
Okay.
So when I went to go out there, and I had friends in LA, so when I used to go out and visit them, I'd go for a week. I spend a couple days with the family, drive up to LA, hang out with the buddies, and then fly back out to the East Coast. You know what I mean? So a lot of my friends who followed their dreams for make the millions, make the movies, the TVs, 90% of them kind of failed. So, but you know what? It goes. But someone told me the best thing is that living in LA, you can either find yourself on the top, or LA could swallow you like Bangkok.
Oh yeah.
And I'm going to quote that from I'm going to quote that from Hangover 3. Bangkok has them now. It's LA has it now. And that's the thing. When I think about it and I look at you guys are you're bringing it back. You're true to yourselves. And that's one thing a lot of people can't say and can't do now anymore, because like you said, they kind of fell off and followed the protocols, and you guys went the other way.
Yeah.
Now, I know you said a couple of your guys who you looked up with went that way. How was it when you saw them go the other way, not the way you're going?
Oh, it was just heartbreaking.
Yeah. I remember we were at, I won't say who, we were at a show, and
big show.
They started kind of spouting it off of, you gotta follow that, and I was kind of looking around like, what's going on? Everyone's like, yeah, and I'm like, no.
Yeah.
We had a punchline.
Right. Yeah. No, when I saw pictures of Jello Biafra from Dead Kennedys with his mask on and his little jab band-aid, you know, or like the one that really hit me hard was Keith Morris.
Oh, really?
I saw that. Yeah. And, you know, he's got a picture again with his little band-aid on and, oh, go get your jab and the whole thing. It was like, oh, man. And
I'll tell you, COVID killed a lot of things.
It was just so sad how a lot of these guys, you know, you look up to them partially because of that, the fuck you attitude, you know, the punk rock, like fuck the establishment, fuck the man. And then all these guys, when it really came down to it, they just stepped right into line and just fucking did exactly what the man told them, you know, and it bummed us out, dude. That's one of the reasons we started this band. We were like, fuck this, man. We're going to start a real anti-establishment band.
And you guys have started it, you know what I mean? Like I said, once 2020 hit, I'll tell you that much, that with COVID hitting everybody, it's the hardest thing, you know what I mean? Like, I remember I tore my MCL on my right knee, and it was during COVID, and I just had my newest family member, my son, and my daughter, who was a little bit older, and I'll tell you, not be able to help out my wife and my kids for 2.5 months I fell into a fucking deep hole, bro.
Oh yeah, I bet. I bet.
You know, I'm staying in the basement that I'm actually recording. You know, can't go, you know, can barely go up the steps to use the bathroom. Can't do this, can't do that, can't go out. The pain was so excruciating that I just didn't want any, you know, Percocets or Vicodins or anything to numb the pain, because I know what's going to happen. I was addicted to one time. I was addicted to perks one time, and I said, I'm never doing it again. And, you know, 22 years later, I've never did it again, but I suffered the pain. And like you guys said, you have your kids too, your families, you know what I mean? And the only reason I got the shot was because my wife's a teacher, and she just said, you got to do it for me and the kids, you know? Right. So I said, that's the only reason I did it. Other than that, well, I wasn't for it either.
It's one thing if you go and you get the shot for personal reasons, whatever, you know, no one's going to look down on you for that. But all these people who were coming out and shaming people for not getting it.
Grandma killers.
Your grandma killers, your disease vectors, you're all this shit. And it's like,
listen, my wife knew I was against it. She knew I was against the lines. She knew I hated the fucking mask. I hated it. I stand it for what was right. You know what? We're all breathing the same air. If we get COVID, we get COVID. It wasn't until after the fact I got COVID twice. After the fact, the whole pandemic was like at the end. Go figure.
Right.
I didn't get it during the pandemic. Now
turns out that the shot doesn't prevent you from getting COVID.
No, it does not.
And then they changed the narrative. Oh, well, actually, what it does is it fucking prevents you. It lessens the symptoms or whatever the story is. It's like,
and that's the thing.
And it's not a vaccine, is it?
No, it's more like a piece of crap. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. You know, what I mean?
It makes money.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Is a piece of crap.
Well, Pfizer is a piece of crap. No offense. I'm agreeing with you guys 100%. And you know, and that's what. And again, I love what you guys stand for. That's why, like, the name of the band is just unreal. You know what I mean? And you guys are taking it back to where it was. It's that old school hardcore skate punk crossover thrashing mosh pit. I'm gonna freaking.
We'll try and retain musicianship in any way, shape, or form.
And then they got the musicianship there, but I love that scene. He's in the background. I love it, and you know, and dude, if I was able to jump on the crowd, I would, but I don't think they're gonna catch a 385-pound Cuban. They're gonna be like, oh hell,
surprise! I don't try either.
But you know, but that's the thing. You got to live life to the fullest, you know. And I think you guys are proving that fact really hardcore.
Thank you. Yeah, really appreciate it, man. You know, we were sure of our principles, and we were sure what we wanted to do, that we wanted to stand up and like say what we were gonna say, but we weren't sure about how it would be received by others. You know what I mean? So like I know I expected actually more pushback from people than we got. But we've gotten a lot of support from people who are really digging our message and our philosophy. So it's joining us in the march. But we didn't know that that's how it was going to be when we first started this. You know, it was kind of like, we're going to say what the fuck we need to say. And if people want to get in our faces about it, all right. But we're doing it no matter what, you know?
And that's one thing I'm going to say, good for you guys. The fact that you're taking the bull by the fucking horns and ripping it out and doing what you think is right. And I stand for that. And I'd be a big follower on that with you guys.
Hell yeah, man.
And you know, and that's something I could appreciate. You know, I mean, again, you got some industry quotes here that are very awesome. And I'm going to actually read one of them, actually. VSC rocks every time we play a show together. You got to check them out. They are a great addition to our punk rock family, and they're bringing the next generation of fun. It's always a good time. Make sure you get your hands on the new record. It won't disappoint. Casey Royer, DI.
Right? Yep.
You know, to hear... That's huge.
Yeah.
That's
exactly.
mind-blowing. And another one, Alex... Well, not Alex. That's me. Adam Gomez. No relations. So that's why I said Alex. But Adam Gomez, drummer of the Dickies, DI, and the Adolescents. I love how clear the drums are and how they cut through without one damn plug-in added. Rad. I mean, that just shows how good the drumming is too. You know what I mean? Like the whole band is unreal, and guys don't realize that.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, this whole project was when we came into it, you know, that was another issue we had with the music industry. Everything's just overlaid with all kinds of artificial this and that, and we really tried to bring it back to like, okay, let's do just an old crusty punk rock album, and it ended up coming out just phenomenal. Our boys from Since We Were Kids, Art and Dan, had some really good equipment, and they got our real raw, authentic sounds, drums, guitars, bass, vocals, and everything. And we're sitting there listening like, wow.
Yeah.
There was no drum samples. There were no vocal auto-tune. I mean, there was a little bit of studio stuff like EQs and compressors, but that's pretty old school normal.
Right.
There was, very little editing. It was very straightforward. What you hear is what we did.
And
a lot of that was one take out the door stuff. So.
And when you listen to the album, it's fucking phenomenal. Yeah, like I said, it's that old school stuff that you just don't hear anymore. And you guys are breaking the mold, and you guys are putting your front foot forward, or matter of fact, screw that. You're kicking the goddamn door down and saying, fuck you guys, we're here. That's the way I look at it. I was trying to be polite, but fuck it. I'm going to say it the right way, where it deserves to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you got to violate community standards, man.
Yeah, you do.
Don't be polite in this band.
That's true. But, just talking to you guys, I know I have a ball hanging out with all four of you guys. I can tell you that much. You know what I mean? I mean, and that's the thing. And the respect you guys have for each other, too. Like you said, it's like a brotherhood for you guys. You know what I mean?
For sure.
And
oh, yeah. If it wasn't, it wouldn't be still going.
I mean, it started just the hanging out thing as a fun thing.
That's like I said, yeah, it was going to be our bowling league. It was just haven't seen each other in a while. Let's hang out.
Yeah.
And then there was an opportunity to do something with it.
That's how it was for
DI's like, hey, let's do a show. And then DRI is like, what? Yeah. What's going on here?
And then they just keep going.
And then Agent Orange popped in the picture like, what the hell's going on?
It's funny. I remember 4 years ago when I started my first podcast with my best friend. We started it as like, it was called Playlist Wars. It's 3 people, 10 best songs from a hip hop artist or whoever. And you make your own playlist and the fans figured it out. Don't get me wrong. I loved it. I love, because I brought the movie and video game sense. A lot of it was GTA, but, there was some Tony Hawk stuff, reminders and movies like Beastie Boys, No Sleep to Brooklyn. When I said, oh, that Steven Seagal movie, and everyone's like, oh, snap, that's it. Everyone goes, you found your niche. So it's one of those things that I have so much fun. And you guys seem like you're like the same way. Like you could go, oh shit, I remember that. Like, stuff like that. I could see you guys doing that easily.
Hell yeah. Oh, dude, we're just normal dudes that like to hang out and drink a beer and fucking bust each other's balls and tell jokes and laugh and whatever. But we also have something to say.
No, and that's the respectable part. You know what I mean? Like I said, you guys are doing it. You guys broke the mold. hopefully, you guys get to the East Coast. I'd love to see you guys live. Definitely. You know what I mean? And, I'll definitely be, if you're in Jersey or New York, I'll definitely be the first guy there.
Oh, hell yeah.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
Dave from Covert Bookings out there. If you run into him, say something to him.
Dave Romano, yeah.
We'll see. I don't think I ever will bump into that guy. Now, if you guys say you guys get a tour, big name tour for you guys, and you guys are not the opening act, but you are the guys, who would be the two bands opening up for you guys?
Oh, bands opening for us?
Yeah.
I mean,
picture the Staples Center. At the Staples Center,
like Bad Religion and Pennywise open for us.
Yeah.
I mean,
Metallica and Slayer. No, I don't know.
Because it's always interesting, you know what I mean?
Our friends, it'd be no consent since we were kids.
Yeah.
We've played with so many good bands that are, that have become our friends.
Hmm.
The problem is we look up to basically all of them, so any of them playing before us it just doesn't feel right.
Okay. All right. So if we did like a Warped Tour, better one. There you go.
Oh.
If you guys did a Warped Tour, then you'll get everybody you want. So screw the Staples Center, forget that one or whatever it's called now.
Yeah.
We'll
Put
go
together our own traveling festival. Who would headline that?
You guys.
Oh, we're the headliners.
You're the
We're the
headliners.
headliners, and we put together all the support.
Oh wow.
Narcoleptic Youth is going with us.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Stinger.
Red Stinger, DI.
DI would be there, of course. Man,
I mean,
It sounds
Suicidal.
Agent Orange.
It's just weird talking about these bands opening for us. Like, I don't even like to fantasize
I keep forgetting about that part of it. I was thinking who would be rad on the bill.
Yeah.
That just sounds icky going back.
Yeah.
Well,
I just lamed.
Well, I mean, it's kind of funny because I just got, and I'll announce it because this will be actually announced a little bit later, but I already announced it that I actually got Drowning Pool
Oh, nice.
cool.
to come on the show. So,
Awesome.
Sweet.
so for me, it's like, holy shit, dream. I took a shot. I emailed the PR. They sent me some information showing all that. I'm like, hey, what are the odds of them coming on my show? Well, when are you thinking? I go, I don't know, August. They don't have anything touring right there. She goes, deal. I'm like, you're fucking kidding me.
Dude,
And
that's
then-
how it works, though. You just so
Shoot
many
your shot,
people just don't take the shot.
Shoot the shot.
You would be absolutely amazed. That's one thing, dude. Like, one of our mottos is never miss an opportunity. We just never back down from anything, and you just never know what's gonna actually happen.
You want to laugh? See, you know what? I'm gonna unblur my shit because you'll see. Yeah, I have like a sports room in my basement, so don't mind me.
Nice.
So all these envelopes here are almost all the Major League Baseball teams, hockey and football. A few hockey, few football. What does it take? Sometimes a letter takes it all.
Yeah.
And I wrote on my Instagram today. Yeah, I'm going out on a limb. I'm sending letters to all Major League Baseball teams, a couple of NFL, a couple of hockey. A couple of people goes, it takes one, and the rest will follow.
Exactly.
That's the thing.
In the last month and a half, I'll be telling you, man, I've been a busy guy. I ain't gonna lie. I've been getting great bands like you guys. Matter of fact, I just had an LA Dodger pro scout come on my show just recently. So I just got to see the 2020 LA Dodger World Championship ring, which was cool for me. You know, to see it right there, and he's like this, right on the screen, showing it. I'm like, yeah, I would take that ring. You know, but you know, to getting guys like you, Drowning Pool now, you know, it's just a benchmark. And I take my shots when I can because you know what? I might be in the East Coast, and people say if you can make it in New York, you can make it anywhere. That's bullshit. If you can make it in the West Coast and the East Coast, you can make it anywhere else because
that's it. Yeah, for sure.
You know, I'm fighting New York media, New York podcasters, New York big names. Unfortunately, the biggest one is Howard Stern. Unfortunately, I'm not getting any playmates or porn stars on my show because God forbid my wife would kill me. But
One day. One day, don't worry.
Yeah. One day when I get
Never
my
say
own,
never.
one day when I get my own studio, I'm not in the basement of my own house. That would be quintessential. So we know we got something going on for the West Coast for the tour. Anything big news coming up for you guys? New album? Anything new coming out for at the end of the year?
First album.
Yeah.
Well, you just
uh,
recently dropped the first one. Are you guys working on the second one yet?
Yeah, we got some songs lined up, kind
Yeah.
of fleshed out. So
we're working on stuff.
probably
So
the
we're-
next 6 to 8 months.
I was gonna say, so we're looking at hopefully a 2025 release.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
plan.
For sure.
That's so weird to say right now.
All right.
2025. That just did not sound right saying that for some
I know,
reason. I
right?
don't know why. Well, guys, I gotta say, I'm
Well,
looking
because all the movies we saw growing up, like Back to the Future 2 and shit,
Yeah.
they were like in 2015, and
See-
that seemed so fucking far away.
Yeah.
We still
And
haven't
now
got
we're-
that damn microwave that,
Oh yeah, the Hydro machine.
Yeah, we still haven't
I'm
got
still
that.
looking forward to Demolition Man stuff. 3 seashells. That's like
Yeah.
20.
Oh god, listen, if we had
31?
What was
Yeah.
the year? They said
20
the year of it. Like in Back to the Future when it went back to like the 50s or something.
1955,
Nowadays it'd be like we went back to the 90s or something.
Yeah.
It's like, wait,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's-
but I would change a few things back in the 90s, kind of in my high school years. You know what I mean? I would have
Yeah.
changed
Right?
just a couple little odds and ends.
I think we all would.
I should have never took that acid
No
that day.
regrets.
There was only that one regret I have. But guys, I gotta say, you guys are awesome. You guys are true people to yourselves, to what punk rock is again. And I gotta thank you guys for bringing it back.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
You know, and I hope everyone follows you guys. In that note.
I hope so too.
Oh, hey guys, I gotta say this again. Thank you so much for coming on the show. Like I said, I don't want to take up a lot of your time. I know you guys had a lot going on today, and I know you guys needed the small podcaster from New Jersey to go on next. But
Hey,
pleasure,
you know what?
man.
Yeah, it was a pleasure, and it's funny because our trajectories are kind of similar, you know, and that you're a scrappy up and coming podcaster, we're a scrappy up and coming band, and we
works
gotta
out
help
great.
each other out. You know?
Oh, without a doubt. And I'm going to be blasting you guys out loud too. So don't worry about it. I'll be tagging. So, you know what I mean? Especially tonight after we sign off, I always tell people who I just was with and tell them to check out the music and everything too. So not to worry, guys. I will mention you guys tonight.
Awesome, dude.
Sounds good, man.
Thank you.
Cool. Well, guys, before we do sign off, let everybody know where they can find you.
All the social medias.
So we get kind of yanked down off the social medias periodically for obvious reasons.
So
But,
website's coming.
Website's coming for kind of more stability, but yeah.
All right. Well, all right.
And
So,
then-
All the regular Facebook, Instagram, TikTok.
yeah.
ooh,
And then
TikTok.
if you want to get the record, if you want to buy it, you can go to Apple Music or whatever platform you buy music on. We're on almost all of them. And then
Mhm.
streaming, Spotify and
Most recently XM. So
yeah,
Yes.
now we're on Sirius XM. So
Yeah, that's a big one.
That was a big
I was
Yeah,
just about to ask you guys. I
Action
forgot
Funk.
about that. How was being on XM, Sirius XM now, guys? How was that?
Oh, it's killer.
fucking crazy,
Yeah.
man.
It was
It
like,
still
is this,
doesn't seem
is
real.
this happening?
And
Yeah, it
Well,
was-
the best part is we get a line. We're getting an intro on it, so we get a 20 or 30-second intro to the song.
that's so
What?
awesome.
Yeah.
That
It definitely the incoming messages have gone up pretty drastically, real quick.
nice. So
Between that and then we're on a Big 49 radio, one of the local radio stations out here.
Nice.
They blast our whole damn album.
Yeah, they got the whole Supercross contract. They air that thing.
oh, there you
basically
go.
like football style, and that's it. We're going to be doing a show on there. We haven't set the date yet, but within the next couple of weeks, we're going to go do a listening party on air over there
Nice.
and listen to the whole record. And Brian's going to kind of give a deep dive into each one of the songs. And
I am.
yeah,
Yeah, I
Oh,
guess
yeah.
you are now.
By the way,
I am. I mean, I am.
Well, that's okay.
Yeah.
Brian can never talk about his songs and his lyrics. It's hard for him to think about
Yeah.
those lyrics. Yeah.
You know
They don't
what?
mean it.
I respect that, but you know what? At the end of the day, you guys are kicking ass, taking names, and
Yeah.
and if I say, man, a step going to XM radio, that's like a huge step. Like for me, here in Jersey, I just got into RadioGardenState.com, which is the first internet radio station in New Jersey. So to me, being
Nice.
on that and having my show on that is
Wow.
fucking awesome. You know what I mean? So like I'm
Yeah,
on,
that's badass, man.
I'm still on that cloud nine, and Drowning Pool reposting my post on Instagram yesterday. I'm like, wow, I'm somebody, and all of a sudden I had some new followers and I had some new listeners all of a sudden. So
I bet.
so I mean, having you guys here is a kick-ass. You know, we're two young, scrappy guys. Oh, well, five guys, I'll say that. You know, young. I don't know about young, but we'll probably kick anybody's ass.
Okay, stop right there.
I got
just the scrappy part.
Yeah, I got the hair showing now. So, but guys, you know, again, thank you so much. Big shout out to Raquel Figlo. Check her out at raquelfiglo.com. I'll have all your socials on, you know, my platform with the day of release. And guys, just keep on kicking ass. Keep doing what you guys are doing, and dude, just keep it loud and keep it rocking, man. It's just awesome stuff.
We will, man.
Right
awesome.
Thank you.
Well, guys, as you can see,
no parting agreement. First one of us to do the next big step, whether it's you or us, we circle back and do this again.
Without a doubt, you guys are always welcome back. And if you guys make it bigger than me, I'll be happy to have you back on. So don't worry about it. If I'm in the same way, I'm still inviting you guys back on. So you guys have I have an open door. Anybody who wants to come back on, you can send me an email, anything, you know what I mean? Or let Raquel know, say, hey, we want to go back on. You know, more than welcome to anytime, guys. Love having you guys on again. Without a doubt, we could set something up even towards the end of the year when you guys are talking for the new album and stuff, and you guys got release ideas. We could start promoting you guys too. Not a problem, man.
Sweet. Cool, man. That sounds awesome.
Sounds good.
Awesome. So, guys, thank you again. And how I always end my show, it's nothing but love, peace, and happiness. But I'm going to go love, peace, and kick ass with these guys tonight.
Right on.
Thanks, guys. Have a great night, and we'll see you soon.
Thanks, Alex.